With the circle closed, I call upon the ancestors to protect the caster. With the circle closed, fulfill the cast. That could be considered as witchcraft. Also, what can be considered as witchcraft is I ask the angels to protect my family, to find me a husband or a wife, to bring a money blessing into my life. That is also considered witchcraft. But what makes the difference? What makes the difference between a druid or Ifa or Voodoo or Christian or Muslim or Jew all calling for supernatural forces to bring about change in their level of existence? Yo, what's up everybody? How you doing? This is your Coach Renz, and right now I want to thank everybody who's a subscriber, and I ask everybody to continue to subscribe to the channel, continue to grow with us, and continue to join me on Patreon. I appreciate all my patrons. So, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about witchcraft, about the fact that depending upon what position you're coming from, witchcraft is evil. It's evil. It's evil. It's something that's wrong. It's something that you shouldn't be doing. You're playing with demons and spirits and all those sorts of things, right? But then I had to ask the question, what's the difference between casting a spell, calling for the archons, or calling for deities, or calling for angels, or calling for anything outside of yourself or inside yourself to give you blessings, to protect your house, to bring love into your life, to get rid of sickness and ailments, to help you do whatever it is that you want to do? What's the difference between that and you offering up a prayer to your version of God? What's the difference between that than the Catholics putting their hands on a statue and asking for Saint Maria or somebody else, or Saint John or Saint Jerome, to come down and protect them or give them life or heal a family member or give them safe travels? What's the difference between somebody who's in Santa Maria, which I'm probably saying wrong, but what's the difference between them looking for that protection, looking for casting voodoo spells and for health and for finances and things like that? What's the difference? What's the difference? They're all spellcasters. They're all considered witchcraft. The difference is, if I'm doing it based on my traditions, based on my belief, then it's good. But if you're doing it based on a belief that's the opposite of mine, then it's bad. Or a belief that's just actually different than mine, then it's bad. But the real truth is, everybody's casting spells. Everybody is casting spells. Everybody's doing spell work. Everybody is sending vibrations out into the ether, expecting a return from the ether. Now, here's one thing about the ether. You can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't see it. You can feel it, you know it, you believe it exists, but you can't hold the ether in your hand. You can't hold the spiritual realm in your hand. Your books tell you that the kingdom of God is inside you and all around you, but you can't hold it in your hand. It's something that you got to have an energetic feel for, an energetic knowing of. You can't, and that's just how that is. You can't, most people can't see extra dimensional beings. Some people can, but most people can't. But they call on them. They ask their guardian angels. My grandmother who's watching over me. You're asking for your grandfather who's watching over me. My parent who transitioned who's watching over me. You're looking to those people, those entities, to watch over you, to bring you good tidings, to do well for you, to bring you a financial blessing. It's all spell work. It's still all spell work. And I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. As a matter of fact, if you want to ask the question, I'll go ahead and ask the question that you're probably going to ask in the comment. And if you do participate in any kind of spell work after you hear this video, if you participate in any kind of spell work, let me know what kind of spell work you participate in. Because by the time I'm done, you will realize that you participate in some level of spell work. All right, so do I participate? I sure do. Sure do. Just having these I am statements is a form of spell work. Is a form of spell work. Just following the Hermetic laws is a form of spell work. Do I follow the emerald tablets and some of the spell work of the Egyptian magic? Sure do. Do I research Solomon's marriage? Sure do. Do I research other forms of spell work? Yes, I do. Is there a problem with any of them? No. See, the thing is, spell work is about the caster and not the actual cast. The caster makes the difference between whether or not it's good or bad or considered evil or not. And the biggest portion of it, evil to me in my framework, is that if your caste infringes on the rights and privileges of someone else, then you're wrong. Now let me break that down for you of how that works, or what makes that way. And this is probably the most utilized form of spell work that most people don't even know they're doing. The unintentional intentional spell work. The unintentional intentional spell work is this. You was in a relationship with someone. You broke up with them. They're either wishing bad tidings on you. You're never going to find a woman or a man that loved you the way I loved you. You're not going to have anything go well in your life until you do right by me, because you done me wrong and left me in this condition. Your life is going to not be right until you do right by me. Or you're sitting back just thinking, he or she, they ain't gonna have a good life. They ain't gonna never be with somebody like me. And you putting that energy out. You putting that thought out into the ether over and over again. You putting that energy out. You constantly putting that same energy out over and over. You're thinking about it. And your subconscious mind is thinking about it. And that energy of that thought goes out. And that creative energy of thought, if the other person is weak in they spell work, that creative energy overwhelms them. Their life is not going the way they want their life to go. The things that they're trying to manifest in their life, which is spell work, is not going the way that they want it to go. So your spell work is overwhelming to their spell work. You're winning. Your ancestors are actually putting in that work to make sure that they can't get theirs done. And you don't even realize you're doing it. You sit up here just wishing and hoping and saying and speaking bad things to them. And not only are you speaking it, you're feeling it, you're thinking it, you're backing up that thought with emotion. And because you're backing that thought with emotion, then that's the energy that goes out. That's the idea that goes out, and the universe just says yes. It just says yes. Now, if that other person is saying, nah, you know what? I was in that relationship. I learned from that relationship. You know what? Since I've learned, I know who I am. I know more who I am. I know more who I'm looking for. I know more of what, I told you guys, more of what my unicorn looks like. Then I'm focused on getting my unicorn. My unicorn's out there. I'm going to find my unicorn. She's going to be every and all things that I'm looking for. She's going to have the spirit that I'm looking for. She's going to have the energy I'm looking for. She's going to have the intimacy I'm looking for. She's going to have the body I'm looking for, the face that I'm looking for, the attitude that I'm looking for. She's going to have, everything that I'm looking for. My unicorn is out there. She all there. She's just right there. My divine unicorn, as my book says, my divine soulmate. She there. She out there. And I'm gonna find her, I'm gonna have her. I know she there, She just don't know it yet, but we coming closer to each other. We coming closer to each other every day, coming closer and closer. And see, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So it doesn't matter what she thinking over here. Doesn't matter about her spell work over there. Doesn't matter about her spell work over there. The only thing that matters is my spell work, because my spell work is more powerful than theirs. Now, if I decide that I want to get me some Mukite Jasper, so I can connect to my ancestors even more so. If I want to wear a little ring of protection of some hematite, to protect me even more so, to hold that energy of protection. If I decide I want to add these kind of trinkets, if I want to add this everlasting life with some more hematite symbolism in there, then I'm adding that symbolism. If I got my meditation beads, so that when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it, and I can focus on the thought. Don't have to worry about the count. I can just focus on the thought of what I'm looking to manifest. Then I'm doing my spell work. Guess what? My spell work's more powerful than theirs, because all they doing is just having thoughts with some emotions. I got thoughts with emotion, with stones that are holding energy, and I'm sending this out over and over again. I'm meditating on it. I'm putting it out into the ether. That's nothing but spell work. It's spell work that changes the vibration and the frequency of the universe and how it relates to you and how you relate to it. That's all it is. You can call it evil. You can call it bad. You can call it demonic. You can call it whatever you want. I call it winning. I call it winning because I'm recognizing how the laws of the universe work and I'm accessing them. Maybe you are too. Maybe you're not. But whoever got the most powerful access, they win. Plain and simple. But people want to judge other people. They want to say that, oh, you have an altar. You're evil. You have an altar in your house. You have a prayer closet. You go to a church or a synagogue or a mosque and you have an altar as well that you go up to and you pray at that altar. And you have an altar as well. Oh, you're doing sacrifices. In your house. You take communion. You take communion up at the altar with all the other people saying this represents the blood in the body. Spell work. It is all spell work. No matter how you look at it. No matter how you try to change it up. It is still spell work. When you look at everything that happened, it is still spell work. And because it's spell work, it is witchcraft. Is it good or bad? No. It's the caster and what they cast. Are they infringing on the rights of other people? That's a negative in my opinion. If they just doing things because they health needs to get better. They're doing spell work to change the frequency and the energy. They're doing the spell work so that the right people can come in their lives and teach them how to use nature to heal themselves. They're using spell work to bring the right people in their lives so that they can access a new economic level. You're not stepping on somebody else? I'm having a problem with it. You good to go. You good to go. But I was just having that conversation, and I wanted to have that conversation with y'all. So I want to know what you guys think. What you guys think about that? What you think about spell work? What you think about witchcraft? What do you think about witches and warlocks and all that sort of thing? People who participate in actively participating in rituals that is developed, that is to entice other spiritly beings or even their own inner spirit to manifest things. Because even when you're following these laws of attraction and you're saying that I'm going to manifest something, I'm going to change the vibration, that's spell work. So even that is witchcraft. So what do you guys think about that? What are your thoughts on it? Do you participate? What kind of spell work, if you do, what kind of spell work do you participate in? If you think it's evil, it's evil. If you think it's all, bullocks, then it's all bugs. It's no big deal. Whatever your thoughts are, just curious, we just want to know. But continue to subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to all of our conversations concerning this and all other things. So y'all have a great day. Remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself. Why? Because your greatness is not negotiable.